So the standard position of sitting is like one hand width back from the gas tank, okay? But if there's like hard-packed dry conditions or even very muddy, slippery conditions, you want to sit more in the middle of the seat so you get more weight on the rear. And it was actually funny, one of my latest race where I won, this is actually the podium photo from that race. It was super hard-packed, okay? I was running 10 psi in my tires just to have like really good bite. And I noticed on some sections, I had to shift my weight right after the turn or coming out of the turn. I had to shift my weight just one hand width further back, and it made a huge difference in the amount of traction on the rear. So sometimes just sliding a little bit back on the seat if you need more traction will make all the difference, and it's gonna keep your lap times low and keep you in front. So that was the first tip, okay? Where to sit, where to apply pressure on the seat for slippery conditions, okay? Now the next tip for sitting down and changing the pressure on the bike to a different point to generate more speed is when you're charging and accelerating on a bumpy section, then you should actually sit very lightly on the seat, almost have 0% of your body weight on the seat. Look like you're sitting down, but basically having all the weight into the foot pegs, okay? And then also applying more pressure, pulling the handlebars. So basically you're pushing and pulling, and then you can really charge a bumpy section. And that push and pull, that will force the rear wheel to spend more time in contact with the track. After every bump, it will be forced back into the ground quick. That will generate more traction and more forward drive. Especially on bumpy uphills, it's like you're investing energy in acceleration, okay? As you may have heard in previous videos, usually the purpose of correct body position is to save energy and go fast, or go fast with as little energy as possible. But in this case, we are investing energy in going faster. The 4D body position program has 4 levels that are very logically structured. And let me explain that. So level 1 are the generally correct standing position and sitting position, okay? So that's just understanding like the attack position, okay? Level 2 is all the variations of the standing position and the sitting position. All the different foot positions that are being used, and basically standing position, leaning forward, leaning back. When do you do that? When do you sit? When do you stand? Understanding all these variations is level 2, okay? Level 3 is all the stuff you cannot see on videos, okay? And that is pressure points where there's looseness and tightness in the body when you're riding, and also small cues for correct posture when you're sitting and standing on the bike. And now level 4 is all the variations of pressure points and looseness and tightness. Sometimes you tighten up in some muscles for certain purposes when you're riding, and other times you're loosening up, for example, in the grip of the legs to the bike for certain purposes, and that's all level 4. So that's the variations, okay? And in the big picture, you can say that level 1 and 2 is all the stuff you can see on video, and level 3 and 4 is all the invisible stuff that you cannot see unless you look very careful, okay? Like for example, it's really hard to see if a rider is tightening his core muscles when he's riding, right? That's a good example, I would say. So if you think all this sounds exciting, make sure you subscribe to the channel to see it. And these body position masterclasses that I call them in the 4D body position program, they will be available in a short version for free, and then in the full version for channel members that have clicked that little join button below, where you're supporting the development of this channel and get access to more exclusive content that I put more work into. Okay, and in case you're new to my channel, let me quickly introduce myself. So I'm the head coach of motocrossphuket.com, which is a 2-time TripAdvisor award-winning holiday training camp in Thailand. And I've coached over 1,000 clients, and that gives me a real hands-on experience in coaching, and also it has given me practice in explaining things in the simplest way possible, and also using a step-by-step approach, which is very characteristic of this whole 4D program. This is really step-by-step. You start with level 1, and then you build on top of that with level 2, and then level 3, and then level 4 to start to ride more like a pro, but step by step, not trying to do everything at once. Also, I'm a former student of nanoscience, which gives me a good scientific background to explain the mechanics and physics of riding technique. That's also quite unique, I think, for a motocross YouTuber to have this package of expertise like in one package. And then I like to ride two-strokes. This is my Honda CR race-winning, race-tech suspension 250 two-stroke from 2001. It's like a passion bike build project I've done as well. To watch the full version of my advanced riding videos and support the development of this channel, click the join button below and become a member. And thereby you will get access to exclusive videos where I go through the most advanced skill levels and also explaining things from a physics standpoint, because I have a background in science and thereby studying physics, so I'm able to explain actual riding technique and the mechanics of riding, also bike setup, in a way that you don't see on many other channels. Also, I share my own step-by-step methods on how I track my own progress and riding technique development. So if you're interested in that, consider becoming a member and clicking the join button. And if you like tropical island holidays, visit fitcamp5.com for my 2-time TripAdvisor award-winning training camp, where we train fitness and action sports together while learning to live a healthy lifestyle and, maybe most importantly, have fun at the same time. And if you're really serious about improving yourself, you should definitely check out my full online courses, where I share step-by-step programs on how I developed my own routines over the last 12 years as a CEO, working in 4 different countries, while being a successful competitive athlete with more than 20 years of experience in fitness and nutrition. Check the link in the description for that. And in any case, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, be awesome, believe in yourself, and see you on the next one.